Ever wondered who the first inhabitants of Mauritania were? Let's rewind history and journey back to the time when the Before people, the original dwellers of this land, thrived. Living a primarily agrarian lifestyle, they laid the foundation for the region's cultural and societal norms. Then enter the Berbers, an influential group known for their nomadic lifestyle. As they traversed the vast Sahara, they established intricate trade networks that spanned across Africa, exchanging goods, ideas, and cultural practices. Their rich cultural heritage, including their music, art, and social structures, left an indelible mark on the region. These civilizations, while distinct, interwove their histories and cultures over centuries, creating a vibrant tapestry that reflects the diversity and resilience of Mauritania's people. Their legacy continues to influence the traditions, languages, and societal norms of modern Mauritania. The footprints of these ancient civilizations are still evident in Mauritania's rich cultural tapestry today. Did you know Mauritania was a vital crossroads in the Trans-Saharan trade routes? These routes were like the pulsing veins of Africa, connecting the heart of West Africa with North Africa and the Mediterranean world. Imagine bustling markets filled with goods from all over the continent and beyond. Gold from the forests of Ghana, salt from the Sahara, and exotic goods from the Mediterranean. These trade routes didn't just move goods, they were the conduits of culture, ideas, and innovation. The Mauritanian society was enriched by the diverse influences that flowed along these routes, fostering a unique blend of cultures and traditions. The economy thrived as well, with the trade routes serving as lifelines for the Mauritanian cities, driving their growth and prosperity. They were the ancient superhighways, fueling the engine of the Mauritanian economy and society. The Trans-Saharan trade routes left an indelible mark on Mauritania, shaping its history and culture. What happened when the Arabs arrived in Mauritania in the 7th century AD? This marked a significant shift in Mauritania's history. The Arab conquests led to a profound transformation of the region's cultural and religious landscape. With the Arabs came the teachings of Islam, which gradually permeated every aspect of Mauritanian society. The Arab invaders established Islamic dynasties, notably the Almoravids and the Almohads. These empires were not just political entities, but also cultural powerhouses that propagated Islamic learning and jurisprudence. They established madrasas, or Islamic schools, which served as centers of knowledge and learning, fostering Islamic scholarship and intellectual discourse. Under these dynasties, Mauritania was not just a mere territory, but a vital part of a sophisticated network of Islamic civilization that stretched across North Africa and Southern Europe. This period saw the flourishing of Islamic art, architecture, and literature, which left an indelible mark on Mauritanian culture and identity. These Arab conquests and Islamic influences have deeply shaped Mauritania's societal structures and governance. What role did European explorers and colonizers play in Mauritania's history? Let's delve into this fascinating chapter. In the 15th century, Portuguese explorers ventured along the Mauritanian coast, drawn by tales of wealth and opportunity. However, it was the French who would leave the most significant mark. By the late 19th century, French expeditions had established a colonial foothold in the region. Mauritanian territories became part of French West Africa, with the French administration ruling with an iron fist. The Spanish also briefly ventured into Mauritania, establishing a protectorate in the region of Rio de Oro. However, their influence was short-lived, overshadowed by the dominant French presence. The colonial period was marked by economic exploitation and cultural imposition. French became the official language, and French law replaced traditional legal systems. This era drastically reshaped Mauritania's economic, social, and cultural landscape. The colonial period left a lasting impact on Mauritania, transforming its economic, social, and cultural landscape. Let's continue with how these changes prompted resistance movements and the struggle for independence in the next scene. How did Mauritanians resist colonial rule? Now that's a question that takes us to a time of fierce resilience and unwavering determination. Mauritania, under the yoke of French colonial rule, was a hotbed of resistance movements and anti-colonial struggles. Here, indigenous leaders stood tall against the oppressors, igniting the flame of rebellion. One such leader was El Hadj Omar Tall, a tukulur religious and military leader who opposed French expansion in West Africa. His campaigns against French rule in the mid-19th century inspired many and sparked a broader anti-colonial sentiment. Similarly, Sheikh Ma al-Aynan, a religious and political leader in the Sahara, rallied against the French at the turn of the 20th century, further fueling the fire of resistance. These movements, driven by courage, conviction, and the yearning for self-determination, were not in vain. Their echoes reverberated throughout the land, inspiring generations. And it was this spirit of resistance that ultimately paved the way for Mauritania's independence. The spirit of resistance and the demand for self-determination eventually led to Mauritania's independence. What challenges did Mauritania face after gaining independence in 1960? The jubilation of freedom was quickly followed by the daunting task of nation-building. Mauritania, with its diverse ethnic mix and vast, largely nomadic population, grappled with the challenge of creating a unified, stable country. Political instability became a recurring theme as governments came and went, each attempting to leave its mark on the nascent nation. Ethnic tensions simmered beneath the surface, a legacy of colonial divisions and the country's inherent diversity. These tensions sometimes erupted into conflict, threatening the fragile peace. Amidst these challenges, one figure rose to prominence: President Mokhtar Ould-Daddah. His rule marked an era of relative stability as he consolidated power and worked to create a sense of national identity in this diverse land. Despite these challenges, Mauritania has made significant strides towards nation-building and political stability. As we continue our journey through Mauritania's history, we'll see how this resilience has shaped the country's trajectory. What does Mauritania's ethnic diversity look like? Mauritania is a melting pot of several ethnic groups. The Arab Berber, also known as the Moors, are the largest group. They are further divided into the Bidhan, or white Moors, and the Haratin, or black Moors. The Mauritanian population also includes the Soninke, Wolof, and Pular, each with their unique cultures and traditions. However, this rich diversity is not without its challenges. Ethnic tensions have historically sparked conflict, and the journey towards social cohesion has been a winding one. Cultural pluralism is an ongoing endeavor, with efforts to ensure all ethnic groups are represented in the political and social fabric of the nation. The shared national identity is continually being shaped and reshaped by the interplay of these diverse cultures. Through it all, Mauritania has made strides in fostering this cohesion, acknowledging the beauty in their diversity. Mauritania's diversity is one of its greatest strengths, contributing to a rich and vibrant culture. What changes have occurred in Mauritania's political landscape in the 21st century? As we venture into the 21st century, Mauritania faced an era of profound change. A transition from decades of military rule to a budding democracy took place. This shift was not without its hurdles, as the country grappled with the introduction of political reforms, including the establishment of free and fair elections, respect for the rule of law, and the promotion of human rights. This democratic transition was punctuated by the election of Mohamed Ould Ghazouani in 2019, marking the first peaceful handover of power since independence. However, the road to democracy is seldom smooth. Despite the strides made, Mauritania continues to face challenges, such as ensuring the independence of the judiciary, curbing corruption, and securing political participation for all citizens. Mauritania's journey towards democracy continues, with the promise of a brighter political future. What are the main issues in contemporary Mauritania? As we delve into the present-day realities of Mauritania, it's crucial to recognize the country's ongoing efforts to promote economic development and poverty reduction. The government has been implementing various initiatives to diversify the economy, improve infrastructure, and enhance access to education and healthcare. These are pivotal steps towards uplifting the standard of living and creating a more sustainable future for all Mauritians. A key aspect of this sustainable future is environmental conservation. Mauritania, blessed with a rich biodiversity, is grappling with issues like desertification and overfishing. To address these challenges, the country is actively working on environmental policies, fostering international partnerships, and promoting community-led conservation efforts. Now, let's shift our focus to human rights. Mauritania has made some strides in this area, but significant challenges persist. The country has a complex relationship with slavery, which, although officially abolished in 1981, continues in some forms today. The government is taking steps to eradicate this practice and punish those responsible, but progress is slow and the issue remains a critical concern. Gender inequality is another pressing issue. While there are laws to protect women's rights, enforcement is often weak, and cultural norms can hinder women's empowerment. The struggle for gender equality is ongoing, and it's a fight that Mauritania must continue to prioritize. Lastly, we have to consider youth unemployment. With a young population, Mauritania faces a significant challenge in providing adequate job opportunities for its youth. This is a crucial area for the country's future development and stability. As Mauritania continues to evolve, it faces both opportunities and challenges on the path to development and human rights protection. The country's journey is far from over, and the road ahead is laden with hurdles. But with continued efforts, sustained commitment, and international support, Mauritania can work towards a future where economic growth, environmental sustainability, and human rights are not just aspirations, but realities.